VCU Police are very aware about the spike in car break-ins on campus through the summer and early fall. Pierce Sharp is in our studio with a special guest from the VCU Police Department.
Good evening. I'm here in our studio with VCU Police Sergeant Nicole Dailey. Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to talk to you about the recent increase in car vandalism, break-ins, that sort of thing. Do you have any reason or idea why this is happening?
Well, one of the biggest things in our area is that most people that come into our area, whether it's faculty, students, staff, or visitors, they're very expensively equipped, meaning they have GPSs, iPods, MP3 players, and their laptops, mostly carrying all these things with them almost all the time. And a lot of times in between classes, when they're transitioning or going back and forth for different things, they leave those items in their vehicles. So most of it is that people come into the university looking for targets or looking for crimes of opportunity. They know that most of our students, faculty, and staff are traveling with these type of items.
Of course. So do you think this is something that has always been a problem, or it's certainly more of a problem now?
I see it's more of a problem now. One, you're looking at economic times when people are looking, especially criminals, are looking to get their hands on something that's very easy to turn over, take to a pawn shop, sell on Craigslist. So some of the items that they're finding and that they're stealing are items that can quickly be turned over for quick cash, $50 or more, sometimes for less.
Okay, is there a particular area in Richmond or on campus where this is happening a lot?
Actually, right now it seems to be citywide. In our particular area, we're seeing a lot of it on our parking decks and in some of our surface parking lots.
Do you know why that is? Is security lax in those areas?
No, not necessarily because security is lax. I think a lot of times the victims themselves are leaving hints that they have these types of items in their car. For example, with the GPS, a lot of times people will leave the bracket up, take the GPS unit down, or they'll leave the cords up, which kind of indicates, you have cords that are consistent or typical for a GPS unit or for a laptop. It kind of makes a thief say, maybe it's still in here. So I think it's more so that people are innocently leaving tips or hints as to what they might have in their vehicles.
Would you say this is something that the VCU Police is working on, or is it more of a problem that individual property owners should be aware of?
I think it's both. Right now I can definitely tell you that the VCU Police Department has increased its patrols, has initiated directed patrols and operations plans to try and combat the thefts and larcenies and vandalisms to vehicles that are happening on our decks and lots. We're working with the parking offices to also make sure that they're patrolling the decks to help us out and look for suspects, or if they see crimes of opportunity, maybe letting us know ahead of time. But citywide, I think the Richmond Police Department is aware as well, and they're working on it as well. I would say personally, yes, it is the responsibility of the owner to make sure that they've secured their belongings and that they don't make themselves an easy target at all.
So you were talking earlier about the brackets and things of that nature. What can people do to, you can't really take your brackets off of your window, so what would be a good solution for them?
Well, if it's anything like the GPS unit that I have, and mine might be a little bit outdated, but my bracket is kind of suctioned to whatever I have it in my car to hold it up, and I can easily remove it and take it down. I would say definitely take your GPS unit itself, lock it in your trunk or lock it in your glove box. Also take the cords and put those in the center console, and if you can remove the bracket, put it under the seat. You don't want to leave anything out that will indicate you have some type of electronic in your vehicle.
So in what degree are you working with the City of Richmond Police?
Well, we definitely monitor the crimes that they have that are reported. Of course, if they have anything or take a report of something that affects our campus, they notify us. We receive notifications on that. And also, if we receive suspect information or have a case that may work along with the case that they're working on, we provide intel to them. So we're kind of working hand in hand.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio today, Sergeant Nicole Dailey of the VCU Police Department.